Very relevant. Just a reminder, if you're buying more than one PlayStation or Xbox for the purpose of reselling, you're a literal piece of. Unfortunately, as long as there will be buyers at hiked prices, there will be sellers. Ever new age MMO out there now. It's not P2W, it's PAFOR. Convenience point. I want the convenience of knowing I won or lost based on merit. Used to come standard. Why do people buy these? Like, is the premium from the scalpers worth getting it a month earlier? You have a backlog of games and you know it. Just wait. Wouldn't it be great if we all just boycotted this crap and they had to resell at cost and would lose the fee from eBay or Amazon or whatever? Edit. I'm going to make a couple quick edits rather than reply to repetitious comments. When I saw that I had 200 plus notifications, I was wondering who I pissed off. For those saying I don't understand economics and its supply and demand, I am suggesting that we should modify the demand. For those saying it's rich people or people who can afford it, do you honestly think the majority of these buyers fit in this category? For those saying that they can just return them to Walmart and wouldn't lose money, you probably have a point. But it's still an inconvenience. People who buy tech at ridiculous prices are usually those who don't care about the kind of money we are talking about here. Would you pay $10 more to get something you're excited about earlier? I probably would. It's just $10 after all. For some people $100 or several hundreds is just that. One of the most eye-opening things I read once was similar in tone to your post. A poor middle-class person might wonder, why the hell would anyone ever spend hundreds of thousands to millions on a car? However, to a wealthy person, the difference between 500k to $1 million is like the difference between a penny and a nickel to us. Would you spend a nickel on a Lamborghini? I know I probably would. Especially when people frequently buy phones at double the price of these consoles. They're fairly cheap by today's tech standards. That is only because the market is so artificially inflated. I will never defend tech companies, but a fake consoles are priced below value and make up in-game licensing. Might be why the games are so expensive while consoles are so cheap. I used to work with a guy who bought 3 Switches. Nobody bought them. He eventually sold them for less than value and lost money. Good. Great. My mother used to tell me, in Spanish, who's the idiot? The person who sells tacos or the person who buys them? Old Ben Kenobi told me something similar. Who's more foolish, the fool or the fool that follows him? Han. Also, if you're dumb enough to buy one of these over MSRP, then you're part of the problem. Edit. Just because you can do something doesn't mean you should. In a traffic jam, I could ride a long shoulder to bypass the other cars with the knowledge that I probably won't get in any trouble, but it's not fair and potentially can make it worse for everyone else. So yeah, feeding a system that S over parents and kids makes you dumb has nothing to do with intelligence. People who are well off buy them. They do so because to them, that extra cost means nothing. Damn it, I wish you weren't right. Fix. Don't buy it. Wait. You will get one in normal price. How do people not get this? It's a toy. Yeah, you can wait. Happens every generation. Exactly. And they have updated the bugs away mostly by then. Win-win. IKR. Buyers are also to be blamed at about this problem. Buying 2, but 1 is for me and 1 for my father, so we can finally game together again. Congratulations. You are not a piece of. He's charging his dad $1,200. You can't put a price on gaming with your dad, but you can put one on your dad gaming with you. Figurative. Not literal nap. You turn into a piece of crap once you do this. Oh, word. The physics behind that must be impressive. Like when COVID first hit and people were buying up cleaning supplies. Every last one of them. I'm sure I'll get down votes, but cleaning supplies save lives. A PS5 does not. Oh, you don't understand. Being able to buy the latest game console exactly when you want at exactly the price you want is a basic human right that must not be infringed. I'm just wondering why these retailers can't stop the bots from snagging everything. All it would take us a capture. Retailers don't care about their customers. They care about a sale. Ultimately, whether bots are the ones buying the consoles or not, they are still being bought. If it clears out the entire stock, all the better for the companies. It's purposeful disregard. The fact that these sites refused to upgrade their servers prior to these launch releases, didn't add captures etc. were not mistakes, they're intentional. It also benefits Sony for this to happen, because if you have every organic buyer able to get a PS5 day one, then the conversation and hype around the console dies down much quicker. They know that, while some will pay the higher prices scalpers offer, many of us will inevitably wait until the next intentionally drawn out long awaited restock, so the anticipation and hype around the console can be just as high as it was in its release date. It's predatory and exploitative. Walmart has a capture now. I tried at 9 AM no capture, then at noon and 3 and there was one then. Still didn't help. I had the item in my cart, credit card info already filled out 3 times. Then when I click purchase, it says PS5 sold out. WTF Walmart, I literally had one in my cart. Yeah, that's kinda BS. Same. I've had it in my cart twice with the same experience. I feel like, if it's in your cart it should reserve it for at least a few minimum. I can understand if it takes forever, but at least like 2 to 3 minutes would be good. Gamers get so mad at capitalism when a new console is released. Lol word. Whoever is making a couple hundred or even $1,000 off video game consoles off the morons dumb enough to buy them, good for you. If you are upset that you'll have to wait a month to get a video game console because of this, you also suck and should get a grip. It's too bad people are going to pay for e-cells. If we just ignored them, we'd end up with them being severely out of pocket. It's too bad people are going to pay for e-cells. If we just ignored them, we'd end up with them being severely out of pocket. Or they would just return the product back and get their money back. I ordered a flight yoke for the new Manuscript Flight Simulator, and when it arrived I saw it was selling for double on eBay. I ordered it for myself, but I could plainly see, if I sold it, I would have a couple $100 more, and the yoke wasn't worth that to me, so I sold it. Like it or not, but if you hold on to a product with a high resale value, you're essentially paying that higher price because you could have sold it for cash and then just waited to get another one. This guy. Thanks for the economic clarity. Some of us might have bought our PS5 and thought, I don't need to play Spider-Man that badly. Oh man, if you're mad about this, wait until you hear about insulin. His will get buried in the storm here, but bro, take my respect and my upvote. People will ignore rampant capitalism and anti-corporate practice all day long for convenience until the second one guy buying 2 PlayStations mildly affects them.